Hello everyone, this is a recap video on how to find the nth term rule of a quadratic equation. Now the first thing we always have to do is we look at the first difference. I can see here that this goes up by 7, this goes up by 11, 15. They are not the same. If it was the same, this is a standard nth term rule question that we could work out, but it's not. So we need to look at the second difference. These are the same. Now, if they are the same, we take this number and we divide it by 2, and that will tell us what the number A is in our answer. Because it's a quadratic and the second differences are the same, I know my answer will be in this form. So because these are the same, I will divide it by 2, and that tells me my rule will start 2n squared plus bn plus c. That is the beginning of my nth term rule. Now I just need to find out what b and c is. Now to do that, first of all, I'm going to let n equal 1. So n squared, 1 squared is 1, times 2 is 2, plus b plus c. Now when n is 1, that is your first term of the sequence. Here is my first term. So that means that this equals 1. We now do the same. Well, before I do that, I just like to get it. So we just have b and c on its own. So I'm going to take away 2 off both sides. I'm now going to let n be the number 2. 2 squared is 4, times 2 is 8, plus 2 lots of b, plus c. And as this is the n is 2, this is our second term. That is why this will equal 11. And so I'm just going to take off the 8 off both sides to give me my equation. I am now on to the point I can need to solve the simultaneous equation. So I write them on top of each other. And it will always work with quadratic equations that your c's will end up being the same, which tells me, and because I want to get rid of them, I just will be subtracting them. 2b take away a b is b, c take away c is nothing. Now I've got to be careful. 3 minus minus 1 is the same as 3 plus 1 has to be 4. So I now know b is 4. Just need to work out what c is now. So if that is 4 and I need to get to minus 1, c has to be minus 5. 4 minus 5 is minus 1. So to finish this off, I'm just going to take my equation, which was here, and we've got 2n squared plus 4n minus 5, and that is our answer. Let's look at one more. Now, if you would like to try this one ahead of me, so I suggest you pause the video now. Okay, let's go through this. The difference: 5, 7, 9. These are not the same. It's not a standard first rule question, so I know the answer will be like this. Let's look at the second difference. Yes, it is the same. It's definitely a quadratic. So, if they're the same, it's a quadratic, and I divide this number by 2, and that will tell me the value of a. So we could write 1n squared, but you don't need to write the 1, so I'm just going to write n squared plus bn plus c, because if you remember, we don't need to write the 1 in front of a n squared. Okay, I now let n equal 1. 1 squared plus 1b plus c equals the first term, which is 2. So b plus c equals 1 because we're taking 1 off both sides. Now going to let n equal 2, the second term. 2 squared is 4 plus 2b plus c equals the second term, which is 7. 2b plus c equals 3. I now need to solve this simultaneous equation. And as I said on the first example, the c's are always the same, so we're just going to be subtracting. B is number 2. And if B is 2, C has to be minus 1. So my nth term rule is, let's have a look, n squared plus 2n minus 1.